So I think that would be a good book that's actually dialoguing to some degree with people like us. He seems like the type of person you would just sit down and happily talk to. He's not mad about covenant theology.
Now, earlier you had mentioned the view of Meredith Klein in terms of the covenant of the old covenant being the covenant of works. He's not alone in that. So there were, previous Paedo-Baptists that recognized that as well. So in your experience, when this is pointed out to a Westminster Paedo-Baptist, do they see the tension? In other words, the Westminster does not treat the Old Covenant as a covenant of works, but as an administration of the covenant of grace. How do they deal with that sort of discrepancy?
Right, so we do have to narrow the focus of what we're talking about. So if we expand our scope beyond the Westminster Confession to the Reformed tradition, the idea that the Mosaic Covenant is not the covenant of grace, but rather is some form of subservient covenant of works, that would be standard fare and no one would really bat an eye. No one would be bothered by that. It would be just a part of the Reformed tradition. The problem is that the Westminster Confession limits and specifically specifies, to be redundantly redundant, that the Mosaic Covenant is the covenant of grace in substance. And so the Meredith Klein's views only become a problem within a Westminster confessional context, where the diversity of the Reformed tradition on covenant theology is not acceptable. It's a particular slice and version of Reformed covenant theology that's laid down in the Westminster Confession. And they do see that tension. That's why the OPC has had reports on publication, and you can read their long report and I believe an appended minority report on Republication